What's up, everybody? I'm Caleb Ochoa, also known as NFL Caleb 22, and this is Good Friends, Better Rivals. But I do not have with me my good friend and better rival, Ferris Muthana. But I do have another good friend and probably even bigger rival for no apparent reason, because this guy just hates on the Dallas Cowboys for I don't know why. I have no idea why he hates on the Cowboys so much. He's a Ravens fan. Whether the Cowboys win or lose has nothing to do with them. Like, it affects the Ravens in no way. Yet he continuously talk trash on my Cowboys every chance he gets. I mean, I just don't understand it. So I do, like I said, good friend, big rival for no reason. Hendo, also known as the Road Pod. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. But you should know why I hate the Cowboys. They lost me a championship.
That's not a good reason.
I could have three of these.
That's not a good reason.
It is a reason. They lost to Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos. I will never forget it. Drew Lock, Denver Broncos.
Uh-huh.
You were supposed to beat them. You're supposed to smoke them.
I mean, what's the NFC team versus the AFC team? It's tough. You normally see them. Things happen like that.
So I guess you're waiting for this to happen in week 3 then, huh?
Well, we're going to talk that's why we have you on.
Yes,
because
sir.
You are a Ravens fan. The Cowboys and the Giants, obviously, we're both in the same division. We play the AFC North. So it's great to have you on to talk about all those NFC East versus the AFC North matches. So it's great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Just have to say what's up to Adelia. How you doing? And also say what's up to my dad.
Hey,
what's going on? So yeah, we'll get into the schedules, but we'll say what's up to Jeremy as well. What's going on,
Jeremy?
But before we get into the schedule did release obviously this week. With the first game being your Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs. That is the opening game of the NFL season. How you feeling about that one?
I love it. I was hoping that was going to be the game. There was speculation that it was going to be the Chiefs versus the Houston Texans. But for me, I just wanted to go right out the gate and face Patrick Mahomes to see where the Ravens were as a team. We left off the season last year with a sour taste in our mouth because we lost to them in the AFC Championship. So for me personally, this is the litmus test to know where the Ravens are, kind of, sort of, when it comes to the upper echelon of teams in the AFC.
It's a rematch of the AFC Championship game. Hopefully it's a better game for the Ravens because that didn't turn out so well for them the last time. But the Chiefs are going to be without probably their number one receiver,
Rashee.
Yeah, Rashee Rice.
He's going to play.
What's up?
He's going to play.
Oh, he's going to play? You think so?
Yeah, because, I think he's going to play because what normally happens with the NFL, they normally wait for the court proceedings and then they make a ruling after that. That court case might not happen for another 8 months. So he may be able to play this season. So, but I mean, they can still listen. They added 2 wide receivers, even if he doesn't play.
Yeah. Obviously, the Chiefs retooled. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Hopefully, it's as good a game as the last season opener. It was a back and forth battle between the Chiefs and the Lions. So that's what I'm hoping is for just as an NFL fan. But now we can get into both the what this podcast is about, Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, my dad says go Cowboys. Always. Jerry said Tony might be gone, but Rice might stay.
Tony should have been gone.
We'll get into the Cowboys schedule. I got it here. Right here. I got it. For y'all, our opening game is against your AFC North rival in the Cleveland Browns. Tom Brady's first game as an announcer on that NFL Game of the Week on Fox, that afternoon game. So yeah, we usually start on Sunday night. It's different that we start in the afternoon because we're like always on Sunday night, or even the opening game they put us on. But so it's gonna be different. But yeah, first of all, I just want to know your thoughts before I get into what I think about the opening game. But seeing that they are your rivals, you ruined for us, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we love Dakota Rain Prescott. Yeah, listen. um, it technically it should be a good game. It should be a really good game. The only issue that I may see in it is that the Cowboys have a retooled offensive line. You lost your left tackle, you lost your guard or your center. Which one did you lose? You lost. Oh, y'all like us. And Cleveland, for the most part of the season, had like the number one defense. So it could get a little sketchy. The good thing is that Nick Chubb is not playing, so that you kind of escape that one. But we don't really know what Deshaun Watson's going to bring to the table. We don't know which version of Deshaun Watson that we're going to get. Now, they did trade for Jerry Jeudy from the Denver Broncos. So that helps their offense. And listen, David Njoku, if he is the player that he was with Joe Flacco, that may give you guys problems. But I understand that you get Trayvon Diggs back, and that's going to help out a little bit. You actually brought in some linebackers instead of playing safeties at the linebacker position to try to tackle running back. So it's going to be an interesting game. You know, I can't call it either way. It's just what team comes out of the preseason ready to go.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, said we lost both our offensive tackle and our center, but we did go in the draft. We hit it hard. We picked first round left tackle, third round Cooper Beebe at center. That's a horrible matchup to start your career off against Myles Garrett. But he's gonna have to learn quick. I mean, that's all I can say is he's gonna have to start rolling. All I can ask for is, I mean, at least be as good as Tyler Smith did. I mean, Tyler Smith came in, kind of raw, but he was solid for most of his rookie season. So that's what I hope to see from him. As far as the defense, it's going to be a change. It's going to change. We got Mike Zimmer instead of Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn left for Washington. I want to see if we can solve that run defense, because that is the biggest problem we had last year. And obviously having Nick Chubb not in there is going to definitely help us out. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to see improvement in the run defense out of everything. I want to see in that first game. If the run defense is somewhat improved, we can please slow them down there, because that's what hurt us all last season. As far as the offenses, you never know, because they don't play in the preseason. So coming out in the first game, they always look like crap. A lot of the offenses look like crap. So I'm not really worried about their offense doing anything. I just hope our offense can get going, and hopefully they're like I said, Myles Garrett doesn't just work our rookie to death. So yeah.
Listen, I hate to admit this, but I will say, for good or for bad, the Dallas Cowboys can develop offensive linemen. Like, for some reason, they can develop, no matter what round they were drafted in, they develop offensive linemen. But outside of Myles Garrett, you still got to worry about Jeremiah, what's his name, whatever his name is, and you got to worry about Zadarius Smith. So Myles Garrett isn't the only one, but I think the offensive line will be decent. It's going to take time for them to actually gel, especially if they don't play in the preseason together. But it's going to be an exciting matchup. It's a game that I will watch.
Yeah. All right. I'll say what's up to D Weezy, my co-host of Bet in the NFL. Also, Jeremy says, if you can stop the Browns' run game, I don't see Deshaun playing well. I kind of agree. But that's the thing. Is it going to be fixed? I mean, Mike Zimmer has to go in and get this run defense fixed. I don't know that that's going to happen. I'm hoping it happens, but I can't say that's like a guarantee that we're going to do that. And we'll say what's up to Bronny. How you doing, man?
But Mike Zimmer is familiar with the Cleveland Browns, being he was the defensive coordinator with the Bengals. He's familiar with that team, so that kind of gives them a little bit of a leg up, being that we only see these teams once every 4 years.
Yeah. We'll get to what's the Giants' first game. They come out and they're playing the Minnesota Vikings who will have the rookie starting. You think so? You don't think so?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
I mean,
who's their backup?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold wants to start. Right. Oh, that's I don't know who to pick in that one, considering Daniel Jones versus Sam Darnold. That is a bad quarterback battle. Obviously, the Giants get Malik Neighbors, so hopefully that helps them out. But they just did nothing with their offensive line. I mean, they're still going to get their ass kicked. So it doesn't matter what weapons you have on the outside. He's not going to be able to get it to anybody because the line sucks. I mean,
yeah, you don't have a quarterback, you don't have an offensive line. Worst of all, you took your best offensive weapon and you let him walk for nothing. So it's going to be a daunting task, but you look at the Minnesota Vikings, they don't know who they have at quarterback. They brought in Aaron Jones at running back, but they lost some pieces to their offensive line, and they lost pieces on the defense as well. So it's a toss-up for which team's going to be worse.
Yeah. All right. Our second game against the Saints, just quick thoughts on that one. It's a 10 o'clock game. Well, 10 o'clock over here. We'll probably win, honestly. I mean, I'm not really too worried about the Saints. I think we're gonna beat them because I don't think they have much going for them. And as as far as the Giants, they go to Washington in the second week, and the Giants, for some reason, the Giants always beat Washington. I don't know why.
But supposedly, but they have a real quarterback now.
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter. They always beat them. No matter if how bad the Giants suck, they always beat them.
I think it goes against my nature to say anything about Washington. You're right. Giants gonna win this game.
All right. Well, okay. We'll get into the biggest matchup of the season.
Not the season, but okay.
Okay. Well, I was trying to hype up both of our teams. But okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Oh, I was looking at the wrong game. You're right. It is the biggest matchup of the season.
Yeah.
To that point,
we got the Dallas Cowboys versus the Baltimore Ravens. I think that's in Dallas, right? Yeah, that is in.
Yes, in Dallas.
Jerry's World. How you feeling about that one?
I'm excited about this game. Listen, you think I hate the Dallas Cowboys for some reason?
Because all you do is hate on us.
I do.
I've never heard you say a good word about them.
I do. I hate them with a passion. I used to be a Dallas Cowboys fan. I hate them with a passion. But I'll never forget. We closed down your stadium in glorious fashion.
That was rough.
Two 90-yard runs to close it out. We shut the lights off, walked out the door. But it's gonna be an exciting matchup because I want to see what
a piece of that Texas Stadium turf.
Do you really?
I do. I have it signed by Tony Romo.
Nice. We don't get stuff like that around here. But I think that this is gonna be an exciting matchup. I think this is gonna be we're gonna find out a lot about the Baltimore Ravens in this game. We're going to find a lot about them in the Kansas City game as well because we have a new defensive coordinator. We lost a lot of key pieces during the offseason. So how this defense stands up to that potent offense, because I don't care if you like the Cowboys or you dislike the Cowboys. Offensively, outside of the running game, offensively, they are outstanding. Now, I don't know why they're trying to recollect the ghost of Ezekiel Elliott and think that they brought in a run game. So if you can't run against the Ravens and you become one-dimensional and have to pass, you have an issue. Because we have a former all-pro cornerback, we have an all-pro safety, we have a sometimes oft-injured safety, and we have a number one draft pick, cornerback. So not to mention Roquan Smith and a $98 million defensive tackle. So defensively, we have the pieces to slow you guys down. And if you cannot run the ball, it is going to be a long day for Dallas.
Yeah, this game, I just don't see us winning, honestly. I just don't see it. I mean, the Ravens are really good. They're a really good team. In
the regular season.
Well, yeah. But man, we just don't beat the Ravens. I mean, we beat them once. We beat them once in the whole history of the Ravens. Not that we played each other many times, but we've only beat it once. Still, even at that. So that doesn't that's not great. But also, we just like I said, we can't stop the run. I mean, I'm just going off what we did last year. That's our weakness. I mean, if you hear a lot of the interviews of what about the Packers game in the playoffs, they knew exactly how to counter us. I mean, the players literally said they knew exactly what we were going to do. They knew exactly how to counter, and they just ran it and punched us in the mouth with the run game. And they exploited every single exploited our corners, and it was like easy for them. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Lamar Jackson can pretty much do a number on both passing and running on us with how bad it is. But that said, if Mike Zimmer, the hope, can get it fixed, then I'm okay. I see us having a chance against them. If we have it somewhat fixed by week 3, I don't know if it will happen, but then I give us a chance because I feel good about our offense. Yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't do much in the run game, but I believe in Dak Prescott. No matter how much people want to hate, I believe in Dak Prescott. Go toe to toe with anybody, really. I know you're making the face. I know you don't believe in him. I know you don't. I do.
Listen, I believe in him regular season.
Okay, well,
sometimes not against big teams in the AFC.
Well, and obviously we all know the Ravens' record against NFC teams. It's
Lamar is 18-1, 19-1. Yeah, but so this is the thing: Dallas can't get too down about their run defense during this game because this game is an anomaly. Like in most teams, you have to worry about a solid run game, a decent running back. But with this one, now you have to worry about Derrick Henry. But more importantly, you have to worry about Lamar taking off. So he can drop back and fake like he's passing and then take off. Now, that's where you're going to run into problems. So if we run for 200 yards on you guys, that's not going to be indicative of how your run defense has progressed. So this one, I mean, most teams can't stop the Ravens from running. So I don't think that Mike Zimmer will be either.
Yeah,
it's Lamar passing that's going to dictate things.
That's true. I mean, like I said, I like going back to last year, looking at the run defense, I would just say no shot. We have no shot to stop them. And if we don't have a fix, I'll say, by that time when I see the first couple of games and we still don't have a fix, I'm going to say, yeah, we got no shot winning. It's just because of the defense. But yeah, that's my thoughts on there.
Yeah, you're going to hear from me all week after that one.
Okay, what we got for the Giants in the third week? We got the Browns in week 3 for them. I probably got like the Browns to win that one because Browns. Week 4 we got a Thursday night early game. We never have early Thursday night games. We always have the back-to-back Thanksgiving and then another Thursday night after that. We've never had an early Thursday night game before. So this is the first one, and it is against Ferris's Giants. But yeah, I mean, if you just look at the NFC record against the Cowboys, we dominate this division. We dominate every single team in this division. The Giants haven't beat Dak since 2016. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think. Let me do my first. We have no chance. Okay, but I'm hopeful we're gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, that's probably what he would say. And yeah, no, there's no chance. Okay, now we got week 5. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that's a Sunday night football game. So yeah, it's gonna be a big one. They have a mixture of quarterbacks there with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. We'll see who's starting for that game. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that either one of them is going to be very good. So I like our chances in that one.
Wow. So the one thing that I'm going to give the Cowboys in this one is they're going to be well rested because they play on a Thursday night. They get an extra 3 days rest. But Russell Wilson, with all the dysfunction that went on last season in Denver, he played pretty well. And they sat him out some games. So if he can come in there and learn the system, and they're not asking him to come and throw the rock around. The Steelers are kind of like the Ravens. They love to run the ball and be physical on defense. Now, to a lot of people, they think that the Pittsburgh Steelers had the best draft of any team in the NFL. And from 2 seasons ago till now, the Steelers have upgraded their offensive line tremendously. And that was one of the things that kind of held this team back, along with the quarterback position. They lost Deontay Johnson at wide receiver, but offensively, they still got that boy George Pickens, and behind Alabama boy, they have Jaylen Warren, who to me is a much better running back. That's the guy you guys should be afraid of. Jalen Warren can take it to the house on any play. And if your run defense is not fixed, it's going to be a long day for them Cowboys.
Yeah, we could really just say that about anybody with a good running back.
Oh, and I almost forgot. You got to block TJ Watt.
Yeah. Well, hopefully our line, those rookies have got acclimated by then.
It doesn't make a difference. He goes up against the best of them.
That's true.
And does his thing. So this is going to be a long day.
You're not getting it. Still pisses me off that we took Taco Charles right in front of TJ Watt. Yeah. Taco Charles, who's playing in the UFL right now.
Yeah, he didn't last too long.
Yeah. Ugh. That was horrible. All right, we got for the Giants. We got the Giants in Week 5. They go to I think they're at Seattle. Yeah. I can see that one going either way. No, I think they beat them. I think they beat them last year.
But there's a big difference this year. They have former Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald as their head coach. So they're going to come out with a whole new scheme defensively, and I got to give that man his props. He disguises some exotic blitzes. Like he can come with defense. Like I was skeptical of him in his first season, but he made some adjustments, and he's got some players on defense. Now I'm a little bit concerned with Geno Smith being their quarterback, but their wide receiver trio of Jackson Smith and Jigba. What is the little guy's name? I see his face, but the two DK Metcalf and what's his name? Whatever. They have those 3 wide receivers that can get it done. And then they have the running back. So offensively, they're okay. And if Mike Macdonald can turn his defense around, Giants don't have a chance. Tyler Lockett. Thank you, Jeremy.
All right. Let's get through this. Week 6, we're against the Lions, who we beat last year. So before you were saying we did beat them last year, even though they get farther in the playoffs, but we still beat them. And I still feel like we're a better team. I mean, it just proved they haven't proven that they're a better team than us because they didn't beat us.
So we're going off last year's records.
Well, I mean, I don't see how they didn't dramatically change their team.
They inserted Jahmyr Gibbs into the starting lineup, and I think that dramatically changed their team.
They had him last year,
but they didn't play him a lot in the beginning. They didn't really utilize him.
We played him at the end of the season.
Okay. They still didn't utilize him. He's now in his second year, and they trust him.
They're going to utilize him better now?
Yeah, they are. And I listen.
They got the same head coach that goes for it on 4th down every single time and loses games like that.
But this is the new Detroit Lions. They now have a taste of victory. They now have a taste of being NFC North champions. They went to an AFC championship game. They now know what it's like to win. Plus, they have arguably the best offensive line in the NFL. Arguably the best offensive line in the NFL. I know Dallas is used to saying that, but they have the best. And Aiden Hutchinson, shout out to him. I thought he was a decent player, but he's become TJ Watt light. So, and then they've added some defensive backs and some defensive players. So you have to, I think Detroit's going to take this game.
Okay, of course you do. The Giants versus the Bengals, week 6 for them. If their Burrow is healthy, Giants gonna lose that one.
Giants is smoked.
All right, we got week 7. We have a bye. Nice. Week 8, and we got our old rivals, the San Francisco 49ers, and I see this. We can't figure out how to beat this team, and until we do, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose because we can't figure out how to beat them. We've lost to them like 3 straight times, 2 in the playoffs. I mean, we're not gonna win this game.
Well, yes, they are the more. Listen, what did you guys have? Like 9 All Pros or 9 Pro Bowlers? Like y'all had a lot of awards going around.
Yeah.
But personally, to me, I think that the San Francisco 49ers has a little bit more talent than does the Dallas Cowboys. Now, you do have the advantage when it comes to the quarterback position, but I think the most important thing is San Francisco's head coach versus Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, to me, is not a good head coach. Just to me. He's decent. He's not a good head coach. Mike Shanahan, when it comes to game planning versus certain teams, especially teams with a weaker defense, because he can game plan for Micah Parsons. They figured out how to take him out the game.
Yeah.
Like teams have kind of figured him out a little bit. And I just think offensively, with what they got going on, what San Francisco has going on, y'all can't beat them.
No, I mean, I don't see it in that one at all. Let's see. During Niners lost a ton of pieces, but I still wouldn't favor. Exactly. Like it doesn't matter. We don't know how to beat them. We just don't. But yeah. He said wouldn't expect it. That's how much hate. See, even Jeremy knows how much you hate us.
Wait a minute. Just because I hate a team does not prevent me from speaking the truth. Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Purdy, except for in the playoffs. Then the playoffs come around. Purdy's now the superstar, and Dak Prescott is what is Zach Wilson.
Oh my God, Zach Wilson, really?
I mean, you talk about how the Green Bay Packers ran all over the defense. Dak's turnovers led to 7 points, and Dak's led to 14 points.
Some of those turnovers, okay, a couple of them were, some of them weren't. I mean, Brandon Cooks ran a lazy ass route, did not fight for the ball, did not fight for positioning at all. And that was a timing route. That was a timing route that he expected Brandon Cooks to be there. He was not there because he ran a lazy ass route and he got picked off. I mean, sometimes it happens that way. Not always on him.
That was that one, Caleb.
Yeah,
that one.
He only did 2.
Oh, that was. And what was the final score?
The other one was bad, but yeah, I mean, he didn't prevent the defense. Let them have to score up a ton of points. That was on him.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but my $40 million+ quarterback, the star of my team, the head of my team.
Okay, say he scores 35 points. We still lose the game because the defense can't throw.
But I don't need him thinking he's playing baseball and sliding with 1 second left on the clock, knowing he got spiked. Like it's certain things that Dak doesn't do. It
would have worked if the fat ass referee didn't get out of the way.
Wow, it's the referee's fault now.
It is the referee's fault.
No, what it is your man panics. I don't understand how he can play so well during a regular season, but come playoff time, he forgets who he is.
Oh, it's just it's a whole team effort. It's a team effort. The team lets him down. Sometimes he lets the team down. It's a back and forth. It's everybody. It's everybody from the players to the coaches to the organization. They all fail.
I'm not understanding, Caleb. Year in and year out, you have one of the most talented rosters in the NFL. Year in and year out. I can't even lie about that. You have the most talent across the board. And every year, and it's not like that was a close game, you lost. Y'all get your butts kicked.
Not all the time. That was one time. You can't say all the time. Like both 49ers games were extremely close.
If you say it was. 49ers knew they
were. Was it not? It was a one-score game.
49ers knew they were. They were right. Okay, do what you need to do. Okay.
They were one-score games.
You're right.
And then the other two, his other 2 playoff games, he played well. The defense let Aaron Rodgers go down the field and let the fat ass CJ Anderson run all over them.
Why he gotta be a fat ass though?
Because he was fat in that game.
But I mean, Spurs, man, like he was a winner. He was a winner on that day.
Exactly. But that how is that on Dak? How do you put that on Dak?
How do I put that on Dak? Because winning and losing is a quarterback statistic, and Dak Prescott is 2-5 in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he played well in that game.
Worst winning percentage of any quarterback in the NFL.
But he played well. The defense didn't play well.
He didn't play well against Green Bay.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not always on him. I'm saying there's games where he plays well in the defense.
I'm just picking with you, Caleb.
Well, no, it's not even you. It's just like that's just the narrative. Like that's just the common narrative that he's always the reason why we lose.
It's not on him. It's not all on him. But he does lower.
And I agree. Like he failed in the 49ers games. Both 49ers games, he completely failed. But there's other games in the playoff games where he does. He plays well and the team lets him down.
Well, he got Ezekiel Elliott back, so y'all should be good now.
All right. What's next? The Giants got the Eagles. Yeah,
smoked.
The Eagles always kick the Giants' ass all the time. There's not much to say about that one. Week 9 we got the Falcons. Yeah, I mean it depends. I mean, we always kick Kirk Cousins' ass. I mean, he never beats us like
What
ever.
time
He doesn't even beat Cooper Rush. Like Cooper Rush beat Kirk Cousins.
But if Michael Penix Jr. is starting, we might have a different story here.
Well, he's not going to start.
How do you know? We don't know if Kirk Cousins is fully healthy.
What do you mean? The paycheck since we know.
What if Kirk isn't fully healthy or he has a setback?
I mean,
we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can always say injuries, but I mean,
yeah, you better hope that Michael Penix doesn't play because Atlanta has a very good defense. They have an outstanding running back in Bijan Robinson, and they have weapons on the outside, and they have a tight end that they're trying to get in back into being a superstar now that they got rid of Arthur Smith. So if Michael Penix Jr. plays, this could be a tougher game than you think.
I don't think it's very, very tough. Oh, next we got the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, I mean, it's always a battle. It's always a back and forth battle between the Eagles and the Cowboys. It's basically a coin toss every time. I like our chances just because we're always good against this division. We just played well against our division. We just know our division pretty well. And we win.
Did you sweep them last year?
We beat them last year.
Did you sweep them last year?
I don't think so. I think we lost.
You lost the first game. Now, my thing is, the Eagles had a problem defensively. They just weren't up to their normal standards. They drafted the kid from Toledo in the first round. They drafted Cooper DeJean in the third round. Like, they're getting defensive pieces to get them back. The biggest loss for me is going to be Jason Kelsey, their center. If they can get someone to replace them, because the Eagles always have a top 5 offensive line. But the biggest issue,
will they be able to do the push?
No, the touch push. I'm not worried about that. The biggest thing for me that's going to tell me if the Eagles are going to beat the Cowboys is what the offensive coordinator is going to do. I think their offensive coordinator last season, he just got real lazy and started calling a bunch of the same plays, and teams caught on to the end. That's why they lost so many games in a row. But if they bring it fresh, y'all don't have anybody that can stop those guys on offense. Y'all just don't have the muscle. I think the Eagles win this one.
Sure. Okay. Let's see. Giants got Washington again. No, that's going to turn out. Then they got Rodney's Panthers. I think that's next. Yeah. That's week 10.
Panthers got that.
Panthers got that.
Panthers got that.
What makes you say that? What evidence of last season tells you that the Panthers got that one?
Because they went all in. Like, Bryce Young didn't have an offensive line around him. They went out and spent money on an offensive line. They went and traded for Deontay Johnson to get him another wide receiver. Like, they're putting pieces together to make this a better team. And the Giants are still the Giants. They don't have a quarterback. Like, they don't. Now, defensively, the Giants got it. I can't even lie. They got it defensively. But you lost your biggest offensive threat in your running back and didn't replace him with anybody. You know, what's his face? Who's the wide receiver? Darius Slayton. Everybody's trying to convince me Darius Slayton is a star. He is not. Now, I understand you got Malik Neighbors, but if they double Neighbors, who else do you have left to throw to? Offensively, they're stuck. And Carolina is decent defensively. And I just think that the Giants are headed to me for like a 5-11 season. And Jeremy, I need to know who your team is, because I can't remember if it's Dallas or San Francisco. I can't remember which one it is.
Can't win against their biggest rival without a quarterback. I don't know what that means.
We played our backup. They played their backup. We lost. Oh, we lost the first game because the wide receivers dropped a bunch of passes. Who's your team, Jeremy? Because I can tell you 1,000 things about your team. Is it San Francisco or Dallas? Which one is it? Because if it's San Francisco, we smoked your ass last year. Smoked you. So I think you need to.
All right. Next game. We got a Monday nighter against the Houston Texans, who are very good Houston Texans team, Battle of Texas. That was tough. That was gonna be tough. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's not gonna be tough. It's gonna be a blowout. Y'all gonna get your ass kicked.
Wow.
Listen. And I'm not saying that because I dislike Dallas. I'm saying that on the strength of the Houston Texans were like 3-14 the year before. They went and got CJ Stroud. They went and got D'Amico Ryans as the head coach, and they won a division in the next year. Weren't supposed to be there in that progression. CJ Stroud is that dude. Then what did they do? They went out and got Stephon Diggs. Now, Tank Dell comes back from his broken leg. They got Stephon Diggs. They went out and traded for Joe Mixon at running back. They went out and got Stephon Diggs. And They went out and got Danielle Hunter on defense from the Minnesota Vikings. So this team is significantly upgraded in a lot of positions. If you thought that they were some bad boys last year, watch what they're going to do this year. Because for me personally, I think they're going to give the Ravens trouble. This doesn't even have anything to do with Dallas. I just think that Houston is going to be a problem.
We can't let them win. We can't let the other Texas team beat us.
Bruh, let them and stopping them are two separate things.
Well, just can't see it happen. All right. Giants have a bye. So on that week. So next we got the Texans. We got Washington, which always for some reason we always play weird again. We mostly dominate them, but on odd years we lose against them for some reason. But usually early in this season we usually beat. It's usually the last game that we lose, but early in the season, I think we got that one.
Is that in Dallas or Washington?
That one's in Washington.
Washington's going to win that one by 1 point.
1 point. Okay. We got Giants. I guess the Buccaneers. Yeah. That one could be like a weird one where they get the upset.
No, Buccaneers have just too much offensively for them to stop. Bucks got that.
It says Hendo recommended they got Diggs.
Yes, Houston. I forgot to mention they got Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
To add to an already dominant wide receiver room. And this is, I forgot about this. This is what's going to help blow Dallas out. Dalton Schultz. He is going to come back and bite Dallas in the ass.
He's not. Like, Jake Ferguson is better than Dalton Schultz.
He can be better than him, but Dalton only has to be better in one game. One game.
Okay.
Just saying. Yeah.
All right. Next we got for the Giants, we got it's back to the Cowboys. Cowboys Giants on Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, that is Thanksgiving Day. We're gonna beat them. I mean, we're not gonna lose the Giants on Thanksgiving. That's just not gonna happen.
Listen, if you think Dallas is gonna beat the Giants on Thanksgiving, you are right, my friend. They're gonna beat them by about 35 points. Like, they're gonna beat the hell out them boys.
All right. We got the Bengals. Hopefully Joe Burrow gets hurt again, so we have a better chance in this one. But for us, we did beat Joe Burrow the first time we played them in like 2022, I want to say. We did beat the Joe Burrow-led Bengals with Cooper Rush.
Oh, and in his second year, y'all beat him.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not in the second year anymore. And the defense and offensive line
he was better then. That's the year they went to the Super Bowl.
His defense and offensive line have gotten a lot better. They didn't have an offensive line back in 2022. They have a solid one right now. So, I'm not saying
they have less receivers though.
Tyler Boyd, he had an off year last year. He dropped so many passes, so they're not missing much with him. They still have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That's all you need.
Higgins don't want to be there. Could be traded by them.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, he is coming to Baltimore. You're right. But I just think, I don't know. I can't call that game. I think it's going to be a tough game. I can't call which one is going to actually win.
Well, there's so many of us, Ronnie. There's so many of us that obviously there's going to be a couple terrible people. I mean, that's
no. It's a lot of terrible people, Caleb. It's a lot of listen. I was thinking about this earlier.
It's a small portion, percentage.
It's
compared to how many Cowboys fans are here. There's so many Cowboys fans. There's likely just a small percentage.
Let me tell you why they terrible people. My daughter's 30. My daughter just turned 30 years old this month. She was born around the time the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl, or the last time you were in a NFC Championship game. Secondly, and most importantly, you named yourself America's team. You did that.
I think that was NFL Films. I think that was NFL Films that named this stuff.
No, they may have said it, but you guys named yourself that. How pompous do you have to be? How pumped you do? Because you're the only fans that call them America's team. If anybody,
that's just logical when you see that most of America are Cowboys fans.
False. If you wanted to go with logic, you would say the New England Patriots because of their
But they
winning
don't have as
and
many fans as we do.
but the colors.
But
The
they don't
colors
have
of the
as many
team.
fans.
So that doesn't make you America's team.
Yes, it does. When there's more fans in America, we live in America, right?
That just
Football's played
means
in America.
So what you're telling me is the majority of America's losers.
No,
For the last 30 years. I'm sorry. For the last 30 years.
They just like a team that loses in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that still makes us American team.
No, it does not make it. It does.
It does. When we're the most popular,
you're not the most popular. Y'all say
they
that.
are. By every statistical metric. The Ravens are the best team in the NFL.
But they're not the most popular. Just listen. Just because I said it doesn't make it true.
But no, I can bring up facts. Ratings. We're always the most highly rated TV show on television
because we love the message you bring to the world.
We also sell the most merchandise of any team. We have the biggest sales
because your owner's a mess, and people love.
That's how we sell most merchandise.
Because yes, people love drama. People love the theatrics of everything that you have going on.
Why would that make them buy merchandise?
It has nothing to do with the product on the field. Because if it has something to do with the product on the field
for
the last 30 years,
it means that we're popular. Popularity doesn't mean good. It just means popular.
Listen, I'm gonna let this one go because Papa Ochoa is talking, and I'm not a disrespectful person, so I'm gonna let this lie.
All right, we'll get back on track with the Giants going up against the Saints in early December game. Again, that's a kind of a flip for me because I don't see much from the Saints. I don't really like what they got going over there.
Listen, Dennis Allen is still the head coach, and your boy Derek Carr is still the quarterback. Thanks, lose.
Okay, next we got the Cowboys going against Rodney's Panthers. We're gonna mud stop the Panthers.
Wow. You know what? The Panthers are one of those franchises that for some reason the Cowboys just have a problem beating. Like they've had issue beating them, no matter the talent level. I don't know why.
But we beat them last year.
Okay, they had a rookie quarterback, a terrible head coach.
But you just said we couldn't beat them. We just did beat them.
You beat them at their worst. Congratulations. Or whatever. This year's going to be a different year. You won't beat them. And I'm willing to bet on this one, Caleb. I'm willing to bet. Listen, I'm willing to bet.
Okay,
whatever you want to bet. I mean, we can bet money. We can bet I'll buy a Dallas Cowboys shirt and have to wear it on a string.
Okay.
We can bet whatever you want, bro.
How about we do both? We'll do both.
Listen, we'll talk about this after the stream, but I'm putting it all down on Carolina this season.
Okay.
That's right, Brodney. Blind squirrels and broken clocks.
All right, we'll talk about that later, but we do have we got a big matchup with the New York Giants going against the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm not even gonna watch that game. It's not even fair. Listen, you thought that last season in the first game that Cowboys ran over the Giants? They are going to mollywop those dudes up in Jersey. It's not even gonna be fair. We're gonna have a backup sent by the third quarter.
Damn. Oh yeah, I mean probably. But next we got the Cowboys going against the Buccaneers in Sunday Night Football. I like our chances against Baker Mayfield in that one, so I like us to win that one.
Yeah, I'll probably win that
one. Next, the Giants got the Falcons. I like the Falcons in that one.
Me too.
I guess the Giants. Back to the Cowboys. We got the Eagles. The second game against the Eagles that is in Philadelphia.
Bring out the brooms.
Sweep? You think they're gonna sweep us?
Bring out the brooms.
Wow. There's just no way. We're too good against this division. We're too good against them.
Y'all are a great team. Y'all are an outstanding team. I'm not going to hold you on that one, but Philadelphia has something going on. Howie Roseman is
what do they have going on? Like I don't understand. What?
what the reason I respect Howie Roseman is Howie, unlike a lot of general managers in the game, see a problem, address the problem. Cowboys, Ravens, they see problems, they skirt and dance around issues. You needed a running back. Y'all did not upgrade the running back position.
No, we didn't.
That's just facts. Howie sees an issue. He's like, yo, our corners are getting burned. He went out and got 2 new corners, brought back Chauncey Gardner. He went out and drafted some other guys. He got some guys from 2 years ago. The defense is restocked and retooled. He brought in Saquon Barkley to help that offense. DeAndre Swift did an outstanding job last season. And then they brought in an upgrade. Like Howie knows what he's doing. They're going to sweep them.
It's Ronnie says, why do I keep bringing on the Giants? Well, kind of obligated. This is also Ferris's so I'm obligated to talk about the Giants on this show.
It's not much to talk about for a 3-14 season.
Yeah. All right, we got the next game for the Giants. They got the Colts. Late December. I mean, depends. I mean, Richardson, he started off good, but he's gonna continue that. Don't know, but it's still the Giants. So
yeah, I don't care what quarterback's in there. They still have Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
they're gonna run all over the Giants. So that's Indy.
All right, and we got our final game, and that is against Washington again. Depends on what I guess if we're in the playoffs or we're not in the playoffs. If we're fighting for a playoff position, how much effort we put in that one. Yeah, it depends. What the standings are looking like in that one. If the standing we got to fight for it, then I'd like us to win. If we don't have really, if it's like we're a wild card and we're not going to go up and down, we're probably going to lose.
I think by that time, Jalen Daniels is going to have his footing. The team's going to be a lot better. I'm picking Washington to win that one.
All right, and
that's only because y'all gonna have your playoff spot locked up.
Yeah, and the final game for the Giants is the Philadelphia. I guess who will lose to, even if they have the backups in.
Right, I ain't gonna beat the crap out them.
Though the Eagles did lose to them with the Giants. They didn't. Yeah, so
that offensive coordinator, bro, I'm telling you, he ran the exact same plays. There was no variation to his offense. And by the time week 11 came around, teams figured it out. So, if things are going to be a little bit different this year. That's why I think the Eagles might represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Okay. So, like I said, NFC, a lot of NFC East, AFC North battles. All the NFC East teams, who do you most concerned for your Baltimore Ravens in any of those matchups?
Philadelphia. But I joke around, but I am worried about Dallas. I do think Dallas does have a chance to beat Baltimore, but the team that concerns me the most is Philadelphia.
All right. And then how do you feel how do you feel the Ravens in the division going in the rest of their schedule? How's it looking on their side?
It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough for the Ravens, in my opinion. The first 5 weeks, brutal. Like first week we get Kansas City, week 3 we get Dallas, week 4 we get Buffalo, week 5 we go to Cincinnati. Like it's going to be a tough schedule. In October we play 3 road games versus playoff teams from last season. We got a 10-day 3-game stretch, concluding with the Christmas Day game versus the Houston Texans. We don't get our bye till week 14. Like it's a lot of obstacles for us to overcome. Like I can see the Ravens going anywhere from 10-7 to 12-5. Like, depending on how things shake up with injuries and all, like there's a chance and a possibility the Ravens could miss the playoffs. Like there is a strong possibility. I know Ravens fans are gonna be like, oh, you're crazy, but it's a possibility. Like,
yeah, I haven't heard any of that. Like everybody's very positive on the Ravens.
It's brutal. We have to play 13 straight weeks without a bye. We played 10 games versus playoff teams from last season. Like it's a lot of factors going on. And like I said, we are not a team that constantly and consistently stays healthy. Like it just hasn't happened over the last 10 seasons. And if the wrong person gets injured, we don't know. We're going into this season kind of like the Cowboys when it comes to running back. We have 3/5 of our offensive line down. We don't know who our left guard is going to be. We don't know who our right guard is going to be. We don't know who our right tackle is going to be. And we're talking about bringing in a 7th round rookie who hasn't played in the NFL yet, talking about he's going to start and be a star. Like we just don't know how things are going to shake out. Then in the preseason, we don't play our starters. So literally they're going to come into the season playing together for the first time. And in that first 5-game gauntlet, like if we start off 2-3, 1-4, like that can dictate what happens during the rest of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. The concerns.
Damn, Rodney. He said 17 weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean, on the Cowboys side, yeah, we have our pieces on opposite line, concerning pieces. Hopefully the rookies can get right in there and play well for us. I mean, that's a pretty concerning part. But the biggest concern is on the defense. For me, we got to get a run defense shored up. And, as far as the pass defense, I'm okay with, as long as Trayvon Diggs is healthy, as long as Ron Bam healthy, I'm not really concerned about that. It's just all about that run defense and those linebackers and whether Monty Smith is going to be a bust or not, because he's looking very busty.
You're not concerned with Tyler Guyton?
Huh? What's that?
You're not concerned with Tyler Guyton?
A little bit. The only concern that I have with him is he was a right tackle and he's switching to left tackle. So that's a big concern for me. But otherwise, not really, because it's the Cowboys. I mean, we just picked good off the line.
He played a little bit of left tackle. He played a little bit, so he's familiar.
Well, I think, yeah. Well, he was on the right side because the Oklahoma quarterback was left-handed.
No. I think he may have played a little bit early on, like in his freshman season. So we'll see.
I'm not really. I mean, Cowboys just. I mean, we develop our offensive line. We pick good offensive linemen. I mean, you can say anything. That's just what we do. So it doesn't really concern me, honestly. I just trust them. I just trust the Cowboys to pick good offensive line for us. But yeah, that as far as whole record wise, probably wild card. I mean, probably fighting for a wild card because it's always we never win the division back to back. It's always a different team in the NFC East. It always hasn't happened since 2004. So if we're going by that logic, we won it last year. We're probably not going to win this year. And especially just the fact that they just said all in. Since the moment that Jerry Jones says we're all in, we have been doing absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, my God, it has been one of the worst offseasons, even more than usual. Because even usually we don't do much in the offseason, but this has been worse than that. I mean, we have done nothing. We just did absolutely nothing in the offseason. I mean, that's just, like I said, we didn't do anything at running back except re-sign Zeke. So, my God. But like I said, I believe in Dak Prescott in the regular season at least. So in the regular season at least, and we win a lot of games. He's won a lot of games in the regular season in his career. So I trust him to at least win 10 games.
No.
I mean, that's just what we got. But yeah, but everybody always said that. Everybody
the Cowboys are going to win 12 games again. They've done it the past 3 seasons in a row. They're going to win 12 games again.
Well, that's what I said. That's why I said at least 10 games. I said at least.
No, bro. I'm telling you right now, they're winning 12 games on the dot.
You think we're winning 12 games?
They're going to win 12 games.
Well, you said we were going to lose like half our games.
I mean, yes, half the games to the Eagles. Half of those 4 losses are going to be to the Eagles. One's going to be to the Ravens. And somebody else in Atlanta, if they play Michael Penix, it's going to surprise you.
That's very.
I'm sorry, it's 5 games. It's 5 games. Michael Penix, you're going to lose to them, and it's another team out there. So
that's very hurtful, Bronny. I don't want to lose them.
Listen, y'all. There are times when I sit back and I look at my franchise and I look at my general manager, and he'll say some dumb shit like, "Yeah, we're going all in." And then go out here and get more and more defense and never get any kind of weapons like a CeeDee Lamb for Lamar Jackson. And I'm sitting back like, this is ludicrous. Like, this is stupid. Then I look at the Cowboys and I see them say, we're going all in. We're not going to touch the running back room, and we're going to let our quarterback play on the last year of his deal and hopefully go somewhere else. Then I'm like, you know what? It ain't so bad over here.
Well, we're going to resign him. So that's why the question doesn't even matter. We're going to get the deal done. Okay, we don't have to worry about him going to
wait a minute. If I'm not mistaken, like I don't follow the Cowboys a lot. I follow them a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, y'all have to pay CD and Micah, don't y'all?
Yes.
So you have to pay CD, Micah.
But that's the point. That's the point why we didn't do anything. That at least that's their rationale of why we didn't do anything, because they're getting ready to sign those guys.
And I think Brandon Cooks is on the last year of his deal.
Yeah, we're not resigning.
You're not resigning Brandon Cooks? Okay, but still, Mike and CD in himself is gonna put you over the top.
But that, like I said, that's their argument, saying we're not doing any of these signings, so we can sign those guys. So if they're gonna be to the word, then they're gonna sign all those guys.
But if you'd have signed him before you signed Ezekiel Elliott the first time, we may be having a whole different.
They don't do deals well. They're terrible at making. I mean, at least for their own guys, with their own guys that they sign, they do horrible deals, just awful. And that's why we get into these problems and with the cap, because they do awful deals with the players that they re-sign.
That is true.
And that's kind of been the problem. Why we a lot of the time we don't have a lot of depth, because they do awful deals. They have a lot of talent, like the starters are a very talented team. The rest of the team is kind of lacking because all the money's there, and all the rest of the team, the depth at least, is crap.
Sure, but I would think that if I were in control of America's team, so many people would want to come to play for America's team on a discounted price, because we are America's team.
Well, I mean, a lot of people do want to come, but like I said, they don't go out there and look, and they don't even. But like even said, Derrick Henry did want to come to the Cowboys. They didn't make a call.
That is
so that proves it, that they do want to play for him. They don't want to sign anybody.
This man just moved to Dallas, and y'all said, ew.
Exactly.
No, well, we want somebody that can run.
They're very much a team that says we like our guys, and that's always been their thing for the longest time. We like our guys, so they sign their guys to terrible deals.
This is true. Because you could have, instead of tagging Tony Pollard for $10 million, $11 million, y'all could have signed him to a 2-3, $23 million deal or something like. Y'all could have signed him for a lot less.
Or just get rid of him, or just let him go and you could have drafted a rookie. Could have drafted anyone the first round the rookies that they had last year, and then we would have just fine. He would have just been just as productive as Tony Pollard was last year, who had his worst season last year.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and he wasn't even bad last year.
Yeah. I mean,
y'all stopped giving him the ball for some reason. Was he hurt?
Well, I mean, he was hurt coming into the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, they just do terrible deals with the guys that they have, and that's what happened. What's up? I say what's up to Big Reg. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Kind of on the tail end of our show as we gotten through the whole schedules of the Cowboys and the Giants. But before we go, I want to let you guys know to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We very much appreciate it. You can also join our Patreon. The link is in the description down below. You can join whichever tier that suits you. We, like I said, we'll be very thankful for it. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Hendo.
No problem. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Go NFC least.
Wow.
I mean East.
Yeah. But for now, you can tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay. You can find me at The Rogue Pod on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, any social media platform. Do a live show every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. with my man Brodney called Any Given Sunday. Also, you can find me every Monday night at 9 p.m. on Sip the Tally doing a Ravens Roundtable with Brodney, Jose, OTL Mike, Coach Evans, and Chris Just Joking from Deep Cover Podcast. Then also on Tuesday nights at 9:45 p.m., you can find me on Suge Knight's channel, Suge Knight 323, doing a Still Conspiracy with Brodney and Suge Knight.
All right. You can find me at NFLCamp22 on Instagram and X/Twitter. And you can find me on this channel doing betting the NFL during the NFL. Well, actually, coming up soon here, probably starting in June, we'll probably do the off-season betting to get you guys ready for all the bets, the futures bets that we're going to make to help you guys win some money. We like me and D Weezy. That is our goal, to win you guys money. And so go and tune in for that. Obviously, tune in for everything we got going on our other channel. the Let's Get It Right Network entertainment channel as well. So yeah, we'll do on that.
Yeah, they had this awesome interview last Friday. Awesome interview. I was just watching it before I came on here.
Oh yeah, who was on?
Who
was on that?
Some dude named Hendo. Like that was amazing. It was an amazing interview.
Yeah,
amazing.
Cool. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, go watch that. It was great. I probably need to go watch that because I didn't watch it. But yeah, if you want to see that, go look for that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.